Yo, 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 it's your boy Demo the Don, aka God Demo. And I'm back in the house. I wanna tell a little story today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna tell a little story. So once upon a time, it was these villages, you know what I'm saying, close by each other. And there was a bridge separating one of the three villages. And and during this village, it was this one lady, and she went back and forth selling her goods and bringing back groceries. And in this bridge was a loose nail, so it made a creaking noise. But the lady who crossed over, who loved that creaking noise, she didn't know where that noise came from. So another lady from across the bridge came over and fixed the creaking noise. So because the creaking noise had got fixed, the lady was upset and couldn't understand why the creaking noise was not there. So she got some hammers and some saws, and she chopped up the wood a lot to where if you tried to cross over, you would cut yourself. So one day, she still couldn't figure out how to get the creaking noise back. So she left it alone. The board is chopped up. The lady from the other side came over and fixed it. And when she came back, she was like, what the hell? You know, why'd you fix the board? You know, I was trying to fix that creek. And she was like, that's the point of the bridge, is to be able to go across the creek. She's like, no, I like that creek. She was like, well, why don't you go swim in it? And they had no understanding, period. So the lady was like, it used to make a noise. Ricker, 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 ricker. She was like, oh, that was a loose nail and that was rusty. She's like, well, I don't feel like putting water all on it over and over and over again. So she sat there and she urinated on the nail constantly, every day. She would drink big pails of water and moonshine and urinate on those nails every day, all day, just to get that creaking noise back. Now, in the process, she was also breaking up boards because that's all she wanted to do was jump on these boards, and she was a heavy-set woman because she was lazy and she didn't want to do anything besides what she was good at and lay down and do nothing for the rest of the day and night, which is sell her goods and come back home. But she wanted to jump on the bridge every day to hear that creaking noise. So sooner or later, those boards broke and the bridge was halfway broken down, and she ended up getting her creaking noise back. So the villagers that was on her side, they didn't understand that that's what she was doing. So they fixed the bridge, and they stood around happy about the bridge being fixed. But the lady that was on across the bridge went and told her people about what she was doing, and they came over to fix the bridge too. So when they came to fix the bridge and they saw the bridge was fixed, everyone clapped and applauded, and everyone was happy. So the woman came back out, and when she came out, she was jumping all over the bridge. So everyone in her village thought in their head that she was happy because the bridge was now sturdy. That wasn't the case. She was trying to break those boards to bring that creak back that she loved to hear. So after a while, she didn't break any boards, but the woman who knew what she was doing was trying to explain to her village what she was doing, and they didn't understand it. So the lady she's peeing on thing, and they're looking at her, wondering like why she peeing on her, and not thinking that she's trying to destroy the bridge all over again. And so while that one lady's running around trying to tell them what she's doing for real, they're sitting there in amazement and wonder what is she doing, instead of listening to this person who's not in their village. So at this point, they start getting mad at the person who's trying to tell them what she's doing. And they start yelling at her. So the other villagers from her village start getting mad at them for yelling at her for trying to tell them. A whole fight breaks out. The villagers disperse. Now the villagers that's in the lady's village who's trying to destroy the village wants to go to war with the people who want to keep the bridge in peace and intact. So they spend days trying to build weapons out of their tools. And while they're doing this, that lady has broken the bridge. She has came out with the last sledgehammer, broke the bridge, gave them the sledgehammer to make weapons with, and went to lay down. And she's sleeping. So now the villagers are ready with their weapons to cross this bridge and go to war. But the people that was across the bridge set the tools and the wood and the rope to remake the bridge on the other side. And the lady who was trying to explain sat there and waited for them to come with their weapons. So when they came, they asked questions, but they did not want to hear the answers. Sooner or later, the lady said, "Do you know that there's another village on the other side of you?" And they say, "Yeah, but we don't interact with them. We don't talk to them. We don't mess with them." And they said, "But you do. At night when you're drunk, after that lady, she sells moonshine, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, she gives it to us every night to party." So every night while you're partying, you get drunk and forget what you're doing, and you go to that village and you damage their village. We come over and cross this bridge to fix your damage every day. And they give us groceries to thank us and show us appreciation. And we beg them to leave you all alone, because one day maybe you'll wise up and see what you're doing. But you never do. So they ran to the moonshine lady. Mad, stark mad. She's sleeping. "Wake up. How dare you do us like this?" Yelling at her. She turns around, gives them lies, sympathy, empathy, plays on their ego as a village, and let them know that, hey, I am in your village as well, and you should protect me. So when they turn around to protect her, they're surrounded by both the villages. Because the people who remade the bridge, they didn't realize that the people who was coming over with their tools and stuff to remake the bridge, the people that they had been damaging was coming over to help and communicate with them as well. But when they came over and they saw them arguing with them, they went back home and they made weapons before they could. And they didn't use all of their hammers and stuff and their tools to make their weapons. So now that village was surrounded by two villages with weapons and means to cross that bridge. The moral of the story is, pay attention to who you're fighting for and what you're fighting for. Don't just run out there and try to do something, trying to be better, and never ask questions. Ask questions. Find out. And when you're inebriated, make sure you do it in moderation so you can remember the night that you had. Or at least someone can, so they can tell you what you did if you did wrong. Care about each other. Think about each other. Be concerned about each other the right way. And not just be concerned about your village mate or your family just because they are your family, knowing they're causing destruction or not knowing they're causing destruction. People love you. People care for you. People look out for you, whether you know it or not. You're messing over love. You're screwing over love by doing the things you do. Trying to be heroes to people who don't need to be heroed to. Because of comfort and entertainment, joy, and you not wanting to move. You're not wanting to do anything outside of your normal means. Fighting for image and not living for peace. Not paying attention. Paying every bill but the attention bill.